Alright guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. It's going to be nice and raw today, and each week I'm going to do questions, so if you could subscribe to the channel, and if you enjoy this and you want to ask me some questions, please just put them in the comments. This is going to be as raw as possible. I'm open to answering any questions, whether it be nutrition, training, PEDs, lifestyle, absolutely anything. I want this to be raw and open and honest, so looking forward to it, and hopefully you guys like it too.
How did you start your journey?
So my journey started a long time ago. I was about 14 years old, and I was just that typical very skinny kid, very self-conscious. Where I'm from in the UK, it's a small little place called the Isle of Man. There's not much to do there. So growing up, I always played outside, was involved in sports. But from an early age, I always enjoyed doing things by myself. I still do to this day. I'm a little bit of a hermit. I enjoy my own space. So I used to be into things like skateboarding a lot, mountain biking, was big into basketball, which is probably the only team sport I played. Absolutely loved football, or in the US, soccer. But at that time, in high school, if you were a skateboarding kid or mountain biking kid, you kind of weren't allowed to play soccer. So I had a lot of interests. One of my buddies used to joke around and call me jack of all trades, master of none, because I used to dabble in everything. But my mum, she could sense I was kind of self-conscious at around 14. She brought it up a few times. I even got accused of having eating disorders because I was so skinny. And at that point, it was a chance for me to do something about it. So my mum bought me a set of dumbbells for my 14th birthday. And that was it. I've never really looked back since. One thing just led to another. Started working out in my bedroom with the set of weights. It was like the old school like Joe Weider set, filled with like cement inside, and it came with like a little cutout of about 10 exercises, like side raises, a few basic things, and I didn't know what I was doing. I would do like 100 reps of each every single day. And I remember through the summer holidays of like I don't know what year it would have been in school, but kind of between the age of 14 and 15, obviously I didn't put on size, but there was a little outline. I had like little mini pecs and slight bicep muscles and things like that, and abs for the first time. And that was it. I was addicted, but it was kind of like a secret hobby. I just did it in my bedroom. There were no gyms in the village I lived in. There was a hotel called the Cherry Orchard, and it had like a tiny little gym. It literally had like a bench press in it and a few dumbbells. I think it had like a little lat pull down machine that probably a fucking 16-year-old could like max out on. But I used to go there after school, like I was going swimming, and because you weren't allowed to go in the gym under the age of 18, and I used to wait for the guests in the hotel to walk out of the gym, because I had one of those little pin codes to get in, and I would run in before the door would shut, and just train in there until like I passed out. And yeah, I didn't know what I was doing, but I absolutely loved it. And from there, it really just it carried on. I started ordering. Again, we're talking, this would have been like 99, 2000, so like there was the internet, but it was like dial-up, super slow. There was no YouTube. There wasn't much information online. And coming where I was at the time, Douglas, which is like the capital of the island I'm from, there was a couple of gyms there, but I mean, I didn't, I was a high school kid. I didn't know anyone, or didn't even know, if I could join a gym at that age. So I used to go into town on the weekends and buy like Flex magazine. There was one one shop on the island that sold muscular development, and I used to get that and read it back to front like 100 times. See like Ronnie Coleman's diet or Jay Cutler's diet and literally try and mimic it, which is ridiculous now because I weighed about 160 pounds, if that. And that's where I just started learning about nutrition, training. But yeah, I'm just talking about it now. The passion I had for it's just never gone away. It was the one thing that I couldn't get enough of. I would wake up thinking about it, go to bed thinking about it, just always wanting to improve. And the thing I loved about bodybuilding, unlike other sports, was just there was so much to learn. And it was 24/7. And going back to what I was saying about being a loner, I loved that I could just do this by myself. I didn't need to rely on teammates. I didn't need to have like a specific skill. All I needed was to I used myself as a guinea pig. I would read diets, read training, and then write it down. And I'm like, right, I'm going to apply it to myself. I'm going to train, eat this certain way. It was all just trial and error. But I absolutely loved it. I remember sneaking into town on the weekend with like pocket money and buying creatine for the first time and coming home, hiding it under my bed in case my parents thought it was steroids. Yeah, and I remember Holland and Barrett was the only supplement store on the island, and they sold like this cheap, nasty, like Joe Weider. It was like egg protein, like egg powder. And I used to buy that, again, hide it under my bed. And yeah, I just became absolutely obsessed with it. And I think the big step for me was when I left high school and I did start doing an apprenticeship in engineering. When I went there was a few of the older guys, you know, like adults, men, were bodybuilders there, or, you know, kind of amateur lifters, but they knew a lot more than me. One of them took me to the gym was called, oh man, what was it called? I think it was called Excel. And it was the first time I walked in, I just couldn't believe it. There was so many big guys, all this equipment. It was just like this old school bodybuilding gym. And I just couldn't get enough of it. I was just like a sponge. And it just continued from there. Yeah, it really did.
What are your plans for 2024?
So for 2024, currently at the moment, and for the last 5-6 years, I've been training out of a private gym in Fort Lauderdale, which is great. Absolutely love it. Built up a really good reputation and a great client base. But 2024, new goals, and I really want to reach a broad area. I want to reach more of an online, I want to create like an online community. When you do one-to-one personal training, you're really focusing on the movements and on the exercises and the training, but you don't get to focus a lot on the nutrition side of things. And I feel like that's where most people fall down. It's with them 24/7, and it can really have a big impact on the results they see in the gym. So what I want to do is I have a new app that's just come out. It's on the Android and the Apple store. Cain Made Coaching, which I'm super excited about. And in the new year, I'm just going to be trying to reach out to as many people as I can online to help them create a community, help them with nutrition, training, accountability, which is where most people fall down on. And not just that, is also within the Fort Lauderdale and the Broward area. I have a good following, and I want to be able to sort of give back. And the people that can't train with me in person, I'll be able to give, you know, my advice, my expertise, support, and all that to people within the area that necessarily can't get to me in person. So yeah, I'm really excited. I can't wait. Really excited. So if you like this video, I'd really appreciate it if you could subscribe, give this a thumbs up, a like. I'm new to this. It's raw. It's going to improve each week, and each week we're going to delve into different topics, and I'm really excited. So watch this space. Again, give me a follow, and I appreciate you guys. Thanks for the love.